Hi everyone! Today we'll be drawing Baymax from BigHero 6. Before we start, it's best to customize your settings the way you like to use concepts. I like to use a stylus, to always keep the grid on, and for my selection settings to be only on active layers. Also, I like to always favorite the eraser and selection tool. It comes in really handy during sketching. Let's start to lay out Baymax. I'm using the pen tool with the smallest point size at 100% opacity. Since every line we draw is a vector, I can select and adjust strokes. This really helps getting the contours of Baymax just right. He's a cute, round, inflatable form. It makes it really fun to sketch him. If I want darker and thicker lines, I just keep drawing over it and applying more pressure. As long as I draw the shape close to what it's supposed to be, I can always just select and move it accordingly, really helping ease my stroke editing process. Also, throughout my sketching, I like to rotate my canvas to help keep my drawing posture nice and neutral, so my hand doesn't get too tired. Just positioning his eyes here. And let's not forget the area where you insert his data chip. Okay, the layout is done. I'm just going to select all the strokes and lower the opacity so I can draw more refined strokes on a layer above the layout layer. For cleaner strokes, I like to either draw the shape and then smoothen, or I use a precision shape tool. The ellipse guide works wonders on a shape like Baymax. He's not a perfect circle or ellipse, so I adjust the points on the precision guide. Once I get my ellipse shape, I can draw his rounded shoulders and chest separately within the same shape guide. So once I roughly draw a stroke, I select it and adjust the smoothness to a higher percentage. The higher the percentage, the straighter the stroke. 100% smoothness becomes a straight line. I'm gonna keep using this method because for the most part, it's a little faster than the precision guides. I want to mix it up a little for his legs. I want to give him a contrapposto kind of pose to offset his hand waving. I think his leg bent like this makes him even cuter. His fingers are funny. They're like oval-shaped marshmallows. Alright, our canvas is getting a little too busy for my liking. I like to toggle the visibility on the layout layer, basically just hiding it. Okay, back to his legs. I just noticed they're a little too long, so I'm going to select and adjust the strokes until he looks about right. His legs need to look a little more stumpy. Since I like to select and adjust my strokes, having my selection settings to only be on active layers really simplifies my selection pop-up. Let's see. Baymax has those light gray patches around some of his joint areas, the elbows, the smaller part of his waist. Here I'm just selecting this patch stroke, duplicating, and mirroring it for his right waist. And on his toes or feet. Now to fix his left hand. They're a little too pointy. Let me just redraw and re-smoothen his rounder fingers. Same goes for his thumb area. Okay, I drew ellipses for his fingers, but you can see his arm stroke. I'm simply going to erase those parts with using the eraser on a smaller point size. Just adding some minor details here. For his eyes, they're a nice solid black circle. Going to select and duplicate his chip area, drawing a straight line, and using the pen to fill in with black. I'm just going to draw one straight line and keep copying and adjusting to accomplish his data chip area. I'm just adding some scribbles right beneath him, just to ground him a bit. Alright, now to lightly render Baymax. I'm going to color in his gray patches first, using the airbrush paired with the eraser for cleaning up. He's already white, but for a more 3D look, let's add some shadows. The shadows I'm adding are roughly coming from a light source that is above and to the left of Baymax. So add some shading here, and a little bit down here. A little bit of rendering really helps Baymax pop out more. Okay, we're not done just yet. Let's import a picture I grabbed from Google of San Francisco as Baymax's background. Since we started with a plain white paper color, adding a colored background behind Baymax will cover him up. Easy. Let's just erase the background within Baymax's shape. Okay, great. Let's customize a little bit more by making the edges of the image I grabbed a little bit more raggedy. It really helps give the drawing a more sketchy aesthetic. Okay, Baymax is done. I hope you enjoyed learning some drawing techniques on concepts. Until next time, and happy sketching!